The number one step to be less insecure is to understand this feeling. So today I'll share with you the top 3 causes of insecurities and the one thing you can do today to be more confident and less insecure. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Martina. I used to be a below average student at school with strong panic attacks that were preventing me from becoming really successful. Fast forward a few years, I've now worked as a marketer in some of the top tech companies in the world, like TikTok. I want to share my journey to become more strong mentally and successful with you. So stay tuned. Today we're going to talk about insecurities. The very first cause of insecurities is if we've recently had a failure or rejection. So for example, if our partner just broke up with us, or if we've lost our job. Our most recent events highly impact how we feel about ourselves and our moods. In fact, studies have shown that up to 40% of our happiness is based on our most recent events only. Since happiness impacts our self-esteem, when we experience rejections or failure in the recent days, we usually have a lower self-esteem, which makes us less confident. Taking our previous example, if our partner is breaking up with us, we usually tend to ask ourselves, am I a good partner? Or am I good enough to be with someone? Or if we've just lost our job, we might be asking ourselves, am I even talented enough? Am I skilled enough? Even though maybe you lost your job because simply the company was not doing well financially. These insecurities get triggered because they bring back memories from our past or negative beliefs about our self-worth. However, this is not the only cause of insecurities. Another fairly common reason why we are insecure is because of social anxiety. And if you are like me, you would have thought in this moment, I don't have social anxiety, skip to the next point. But actually, once I read into what social anxiety is, I realized I do have social anxiety. So I'm gonna share it with you because I think some of you might actually have it without knowing. The NHS defines social anxiety as the fear of social situations like meeting or speaking to people. You might have social anxiety if you feel very nervous before or during social events like going to a party or an interview or a date. This anxiety comes from our previous experiences, having, for example, critical parents or being bullied at school. These things really impact how confident we feel in ourselves. I used to have social anxiety myself without even realizing it. I had stomach aches every time I had to meet my friends, and I didn't understand what was happening. I thought it was maybe something I was eating, but it was so recurrent. And one time a friend of mine came and stayed at my house for a few days, and she noticed that I was having this every single time before meeting my friends. So she told me that I could have social anxiety. So I looked into it. It's so important to understand yourself, to pause for a second and take your mental health seriously, and even just informing yourself can really make the difference to become more mentally strong. Okay, maybe you're not insecure because you're socially anxious or because you've experienced a recent failure or rejection, but it could be because you're a perfectionist. Perfectionism is when you have high standards for what you want, for example, having a high-paying job, having an amazing partner, being skinny, versus reality, which is partly out of your control. For example, the job market can be super difficult, or you could have a very critical boss, or for example, you might want to be skinny, but you actually have genes that are not allowing you to be that. This behavior causes you to feel disappointed, to be anything less than perfect, and makes you feel insecure and unworthy. A common example of this is imposter syndrome, which is the feeling of being not good enough, not deserving to be where you are, and I've created a whole video about this that I'll link down below. Go check it out. One pro tip for my perfectionist friends: focus on what you can control. So, for example, if you have to deliver a client presentation, you cannot really control whether the client will be, upset that day or happy and so on, but you can control how you prepare that presentation. So focus on that, and then the rest will take care of itself. Now, coming up next, I'm gonna share with you the one thing you can do today to become more confident and less insecure. But before that, leave me a like if you found this content useful so far, and subscribe to my channel so I can create more self-improvement content for you every week. Now, the one thing you can do today to overcome your insecurities is to reflect on the good. From tonight, write down every single day 3 things you appreciate about yourself. This will help you boost confidence and self-esteem. And during those days that you feel insecure, you will have a bank of compliments that you can retrieve from your diary. So I really recommend doing that. If you found this video useful, I will appreciate it so much if you can hit the like button, and if you haven't done it already, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in my next video I'm gonna be talking about in-depth strategies on how to be less insecure. Meanwhile, if you haven't done it already, go check out this video right here on how to stop caring what other people think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao!